Welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about how you can own a piece of a Ferrari. If that's the sort of thing that tickles your fancy, then stay tuned to find out how. It doesn't have to actually be just a Ferrari. There are multiple cars that you can actually invest in and own partial shares of, but what does this actually mean and how can you do it?
How exactly? Tell us now.
Yesterday we're going to be talking about a company called Motorfund. As you've probably seen on some of my other videos, and if you haven't, check them out. I like to cover many different things when it comes to investments, and one of my favorite things is the partial investment or fractional investment as it's known. That's where you can, funnily enough, own a fraction of an item. It can be many different things. It's where a large investment is broken down into smaller chunks, making it easier for the likes of you and I to be able to invest in these things without having to lump out a lot of money.
It's expensive.
Now, I don't know about you, but the Ferrari F40 is one of my dream cars. It was on my wall as a child, and it's one of the things that I've coveted for most of my life, but the chance of me owning a Ferrari F40 it's pretty non-existent, to be perfectly honest with you. But that doesn't stop me wanting one, and that doesn't stop me dreaming of the day that I could possibly own one. And like most tangible asset investments at the moment, I've covered wine, watches, property. All of these things are appreciating assets, and cars are currently falling into that category too. And now I'm not talking about the second-hand car market that has boomed due to the shortage of computer chips and the lack of supply chain currently. I'm talking about the more rare and more desirable classic cars. It can be classic or future classic cars that I'm talking about. All of these things are diminishing in numbers. By that I mean fewer and fewer are available or exist every year. And that's obviously because some are crashed, some are damaged, some are just too old and not kept very well. So these things happen. There are only a finite number of these that are produced in the world anyway.
Very, very rare.
And obviously they don't make most of these cars anymore. So we could be talking about, your Ferrari F40s, your Jaguar E-Types, but we could also be talking about things like your Ford Escort Cosworths or your R34 Skylines, highly coveted vehicles that have gone up exponentially in value due to their demand. And the demand has come around in a number of different ways. The people that really dreamt about owning these cars are now in a more financially stable position and can buy them, and equally they're being snapped up for the investment purposes as well. But I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I don't have the garage space or the capital when it comes to funds to be able to just lump down several million in potential future assets when it comes to classic cars.
Just don't have the money.
And that's where Motorfund comes in. They break down the investment so that everyone can own a potential share of one of these vehicles. So it means that you can own a potential share of a Ferrari F40. Motorfund covers everything from purchase of the vehicle to maintenance and keeping it in investable condition. Shares of this are then sold through their upcoming app, and it means that everyone can buy a piece of this classic car. Then after the lockup period, this is then liquidated to allow everyone to be able to profit in these returns.
Then we split those sweet, sweet profits.
This is all handled by automotive professionals in the background, and again, much like Convi, working through partners to help them achieve the best possible returns for your investments. Now, Motorfund is a new company, so they haven't actually launched their app yet, but I will put up on screen some of the teasers that I have to be able to show with you, and you get a sense of what it will look like. And if you're interested in this, go to motorfund.com and sign up for their waiting list.
Sign me up.
The more people we can get on that wait list, the quicker they will release the app. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I am a huge car lover, and the idea of owning even just a fraction of a Ferrari F40, an E-Type, or even an R34 Skyline is something that I'd be really, really interested in. It's obviously a childhood dream of mine. I know that the future plans, the ultimate dream for Motorfund is to be able to open this sort of collection up to the public, and especially shareholders that are able to come and view the cars, but right now being able to launch is obviously their biggest priority. So if you're interested in owning a piece of history, a piece of your dream poster car as a child, get on to motorfund.com and sign up on their waiting list.
Do it, do it, do it. Do it!
If you have any more questions about Motorfund or have any suggestions of other different types of video you'd like to see, please do let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Otherwise, drop me a like and I will see you on the next one. Peace.